Hello crafty friends and welcome back. Today I have a layout I created for Off the Board and also May I Scrap Lift You, and I am lifting this layout here by Julie Taylor. She created it for Bramble Fox, and basically I kind of used it like a sketch. I really liked the textured paper that she had going across the middle, and I actually kind of pulled the orange from there as well. So these are pictures that I took of Cody last winter when he was sledding for the very first time out in the snow. And normally you wouldn't think of orange and blue for snow pictures, but because the back of our house that the finish that we have on our deck and our siding actually kind of had an orange tint in the photos, that it kind of just all coordinated together. Plus on Cody's winter coat it has the zippers kind of orange as well, so I just kind of coordinated everything together and went from there. Plus, I also had some things that I pulled from my stash that were um, older snow themed items, and the snowflakes in the title are actually a copper colored thicker set, and so I thought the orange kind of went well with that as well. So here, the background. This is actually, I think it's a 49 a Market, one of the solid pieces from a collection. And I'm taking this shimmer stencil paste, I guess you'd call it, from Sizzix, and putting it through this Tim Holtz stencil. I didn't have a snowflake stencil, so I thought these wonky stars kind of fit the bill for the mixed media to put in the background of my layout. So I do this little part up above the part where the pattern paper is going to go through the middle, and then I do another area here to the bottom left, so I kind of have a diagonal going top to bottom from right to left. Excuse me, left to right. Apparently not enough caffeine yet today. So anyways, I have my mixed media on the background now in those two places. So I set that off to the side, and now you see I've kind of moved forward, that I'm pulled out a few things and just checking the placement of everything. And this is actually a super old Simple Stories chipboard piece that I think was from Katie Petit's very last collection. It was one of the Simple Vintage winter collections, and but it had some images on it that didn't really go with what I was looking for. But I had pulled out a few other things from that same collection, those three little word pieces, and that little clipboard up there that says, does it say "Let It Snow," something like that. So basically I left the pieces that kind of support the snow theme, but covered up the rest of it with my pictures here. So have those doilies added there, and here is that copper title. And since it is several years old, the sticky, once I pulled it off of the background, the sticker background, it didn't have much stick left, so I am adding some liquid glue just to make sure that it stays onto my layout here. And while you can see that here in the video it kind of looks like it gets lost within the pattern paper, when you see it in person, that you can actually read what that says here. So, and actually that blue paper was from a fall collection, so really as far as the pattern papers go, I did not use any snow themed product as far as papers went. I believe the orange was from the Toddler Time collection, and the blue was actually a Vicky Bouton collection from Fernwood, I believe. So here I'm using some foam adhesive to make my photo grouping here all at the same height so I don't have any gaps behind, and get that put down. And let's see, here I'm deciding where I'm going to put that that chipboard piece, if I'm going to put it there in the middle or if I'm going to go back to where I had everything originally. And here are a few of those snowflakes as well that came on the same sheet as the title that says Bundled Up. One more snowflake here that I'll put up here in this little area, and then I'm going to put that other chipboard piece as well. And since I want it to go over the top of the snowflake, that I do add some foam adhesive to go over top of that as well. Adding that piece there on my photos, and then here I am adding these 3 chipboard pieces. Top one says ice cold, the one I'm working on now. I'm not sure what that says, but I'm just adding some small strips there because they are going to go over the top of the photos that are actually already up on foam adhesive. So I just wanted them to have the support underneath them to have everything at an even level. Adding both dry adhesive as well as liquid, just make sure everything sticks. A lot of times I have troubles with chipboard staying on my layouts, that they're just not as pliable as the paper and everything. So here I have a journal card that I found from my box that I keep of cut-aparts that have lines and things that would be good things to use for journaling cards. And so I have added my journaling here, and now I'm going to add a few more of these little flowery snowflake bits from the same sticker sheet. And let's see, what else am I going to add here? I created this quite a while ago, and so I can't exactly remember what so I put 3 of those down there, and looks like, oh, okay, so that was the end of the main page, and so now I am cutting up the rest of the pictures, and I am actually going to create a pocket page here as well. All right, sorry about that. I had to go let the dog out, so I am back starting my second part here of my voiceover. So as I was saying, that I'm turning down all my photos from the rest of the little photos that I took from them being outside, and I'm going to use this 9 by 11-ish size pocket page. So I decide to use those pictures. And this is another 49 to Market paper that I have, and I am actually not 100% sure which collection that is from, but it is actually like a soft mauve pink color. And since the chipboard pieces that I had from the Simple Stories collection that I was using also had that light mauve purpley color in it, that I decided to pull that color in for the background of my pocket pages. So here I'm just measuring, getting each pocket size cut down. So here I have my 3 different pieces, and these are the pieces that I cut off from, or tore off from, the original side, and so I want to also bring that over to coordinate with the 2. And here is another piece of orange that I will also be using just to bring a little bit of the 12 by 12 piece of paper over to the pocket pages. So using some scrap piece of paper to mat all my photos in white. And I'm measuring here to get all 3 of my pictures the same size. Sorry if you hear that beeping, that I'm actually doing my voiceover in my work office, even though I have the day off today. So I didn't turn my notifications off on my computer because I didn't really think I would be doing my notifications in here, but this is where I ended up coming because I was too lazy to walk down to my craft room. So anyway, getting all those pictures matted here, and just to kind of talk about some of the pictures there, this was the first time that Cody was old enough to go out and play in the snow. We had a snowsuit, snow pants, and some boots, and he was not impressed at all. At first, he was kind of fascinated with it, and he did go down the sled one time down the hill, and then I think the second time he was like, all done, all done. Not impressed. So he only made about 2 trips down, and that was about it, which it was pretty cold out that day, and so we knew we wouldn't be outside for very long, but we did want to get him out on our back hill that we do live in a suburb, but we have a farm across the street, and but we live in a cul-de-sac, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. And our backyard has actually a pretty good slope on it, so anytime that it snows, that our daughter always just snowed in, or went sledding in the backyard, and I could usually watch from the comfort of my bedroom window while she was out there. So unless I chose to go out with her, but in her older years when she would go out, I could watch from inside and stay warm. So here is basically how all this laid out here with the scrap pieces from the 12 by 12. And really, I don't do a whole lot of decorating on these, that they are just kind of supporting pictures that I also wanted to include in his scrapbook. This one says Burr, which he would agree, and I believe the snowflake was from an old hip kit club that I had. And I just kind of keep all of my snow related things together because honestly, until now, I really haven't had much snow related pictures to scrapbook because, yeah, I just never really took too many pictures and did a lot with snow. Except when Hope was little. So now I got another little that wants to play out in the snow, and maybe I'll get to do some winter pages now. So looks like I found another word that says, oh, I think this says love. So that was Cody and his mom, Hope, in the sled getting ready to go down. And then the other person in the pictures is Jay, Hope's boyfriend, and he was pushing them around out there for me so I could go get some pictures of them. So let's see. So when I get to the end of the video here, there will be close-up pictures of both the 12 by 12 page as well as the this pocket page I'm working on here. In the description down below, I will have my Instagram as well as all my Pinterest boards where I do put all of my own creations as well. So if you're interested in seeing anything and everything I've created since I started keeping everything in both places, you can click on those links and go there directly. If you wouldn't mind, if you are not a subscriber, I would love to have you click that button to subscribe to my channel, as well as give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So, looks like I am finishing up on that top card here. Here's what that looks all together. And then I decided I needed a little bit of more of the orange coming over. So I had this border strip here. And so I basically just cut it off into several strips and made it look like pieces of washi tape that it was torn off, and just add that in 3 different places to give myself that visual triangle. and pull out one more little star piece. And what else do I do? It looks like I'm thinking, and I decide to add one more. And that one goes at the top there. So now I'm really kind of beyond my visual triangle, but I just felt that something needed to go right there. And that's what I went with. So looks like I'm, oh, and then I do add a little bit of blue up there as well. And I think I add it in maybe all three places, I do believe. So great way to use up little scraps and get various different colors all throughout your layout here. So cutting off all the extras here and getting it into my pocket, and that's going to wrap things up. So again, if you have any questions, leave those down below. Otherwise, here come the close-up shots of both the 12 by 12 as well as the pocket page. And as I said in the beginning, I am playing along with Off the Board as well as May I Scrap Lift You. So there are playlists down below for everybody playing along with both of those hops as well. So go check them out. Give them some love as well. And thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Bye.